Ever been to Noah's Bagels? Nice. I'm on my lunch break during work. I order my usual chicken club, no tomato. I love this sandwich. It's amazing. No matter how many times I order it, it never gets old. And I'm a regular at this Noah's. But for whatever cosmic reason, it's always a 50-50 chance the employee making my sandwich will put a tomato into my sandwich. Even if they hear me say, no tomato please. Maybe it's a fetish. I don't know. Fast forward 20 minutes later, I have devoured my sandwich and my side of chips. Great meal. And I'm enjoying a show on my phone, like everyone else does these days. And a middle-aged man comes up to me. I have never met this guy before in my life. And without making a formal introduction, he says to me, you know, if you're from New York and Jewish, then this is as close to heaven as you get. Really, that's just my opinion. The moral of the story is just take the tomato out. Maybe tomorrow, then they'll listen. Maybe 50-50 chance. Maybe I'll get lucky. Don't think twice. I don't have to know that I liked it. The story follows a group of improv comedians. As a team, they're a family, but when Weekend Live comes to their show looking for fresh talent, they all try to stand out. As the job pursuit gets more intense, tension starts to pull the group apart. Eventually, it becomes a question of doing what you want versus what makes sense. I don't know about you, but I rank being a comedian among the top 3 most difficult jobs in the world. It's up there with being a mom and the president. My favorite comedians, in no special order, are Robin Williams, Louis C.K., Eddie Murphy, Ellen DeGeneres, Steve Martin, Kevin Hart, Jerry Seinfeld, Jim Carrey, Gary Gulman, and Mike Birbilia. Birbiglia's last effort was Sleepwalk with Me. I've seen it 3 times, and it gets better with every viewing. So when I found out he made a second feature, I found a showing stat. Being a total stranger to improv, I cannot relate to being in a group on a stage and making stuff up in the moment. But what I can relate to is using a medium to bring myself and others joy. The story told here tracks the journey of people who want to make a living by doing what brings them joy. Insecure egos follow all of them, and that makes every scene feel true, not fabricated. They all want this really great job, but only so many of them are at that level in their craft. It begs the question, if you knew you'd only get so far doing what you love to do, would you still spend time doing it? To answer that, I offer a quote from actor Stephen McKinley. The career you seek may elude you, but you can always get better at your craft. You must pursue getting better at your craft. I think what this movie does well is demonstrate how comedy can toy with ego and serve as emotional therapy. Every character is battling something, and the journey they go on to overcome their personal obstacles makes them relatable, more so than most blockbuster characters. It's the kind of writing that feels more biographical than made up, in turn shaping natural performances. And while not everyone in this film is necessarily famous, allow them the chance to impress you, and they will. My note for possible improvement is a deeper dive into the pool of comedy culture. Whenever a story is told within a subculture, no matter what culture it is, there's always a few different ways of how you can approach the presentation of that subculture. Nobody knows anything, so I'm going to educate them. Pay tribute and remind people why they love it. Everyone has their own perspective, so show your personal perspective. As someone who has spent a lot of time, and for various reasons, watching comedy, but no time doing it, this felt more like a tribute, a love letter, and I think a much deeper look into the process would have transformed this indie love letter into what one might call mainstream required viewing. In essence, I enjoyed what I saw, but I wanted more. As for 2016, that's a wrap on my end. A quick reminder, you have until January 2nd to submit a question for me to answer. Have a safe new year, and thank you very much for your time. Be well.